in an abandoned countryside, stricken with the mysterious infection that had gripped our world. The first stage, as they called it. Our once healthy complexions had become ghostly pale. Despite our altered appearance, we were still in control of our motor skills, unlike the dreaded 2s and 3s. Our small rustic farm had become our refuge. Our 2 old, deathly sick dogs, Husker and Chase, were our only companions. It was out of compassion that my brother and I, with our hands trembling, cut open our palms and allowed our blood to trickle into the mouths of our ailing canines. In an instant, their eyes cleared, their coats regained their luster. It was a peculiar sight, for they no longer appeared sickly or deathly. Instead, they had an eerie vitality about them, except their irises are now a ghostly white, and they needed to rest for the good part of a day before they fully recovered. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in fiery shades of orange and red, my brother and I prepared to secure the farm for the night. But just as we were about to close the field gate, an old beat-up truck came tearing down the dusty road. The vehicle approached at a frantic pace, and my heart quickened as the passenger door flung open, and a well-dressed cowboy, whom I'll refer to as Hardcore, leapt out with a look of concern etched on his face. "They're making an army," Hardcore blurted out before he could catch his breath. But before he could finish his sentence, our gaze shifted to the left, and there, emerging from the shadows, were 3 sinister figures. They ran with an unnatural speed, effortlessly dodging obstacles in their path. These 3s were nightmarish beings, though they weren't like the others we have encountered in the past, with gaunt frames and an insatiable hunger for flesh. They were no longer in control of their motor skills, and their existence was a ceaseless, bloodthirsty quest to feed. One of them lunged at Hardcore, tearing into him with horrifying fervor. The second circled around the old truck, and with a grotesque lurch burst through the driver's side window, feasting on the driver. The third advanced menacingly toward my brother and I. In the bed of the old truck, I spotted a collection of rusty, fold-up chairs. In a panic, my brother and I lunged for them. With adrenaline coursing through our veins, I swung the chair. The impact sent it staggering, disoriented, and vulnerable. My brother, acting swiftly, engaged the other, which had originally been aiming for us. Each blow sent shivers down our spines, for these 3s were incredibly resilient. But Hardcore, having rolled away from his assailant, summoned the strength to pull out a gleaming firearm. As the cacophony of chaos enveloped us, my brother and I grappled with our grotesque assailants, all the while praying that Hardcore's aim was true. In a harrowing crescendo, Hardcore's gunshots rang out, piercing the night, and the second slumped lifeless, its grisly feast interrupted. As the dust settled and the night regained its ghostly quiet, we were left standing, bloodied and battered, victorious yet haunted by the revelation that an army was being assembled. But we had to find a way to stop the spreading infection. The night had just begun, and our journey into the heart of this macabre epidemic was only just the beginning.